Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And we're off and running from Landover. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Ready.
Throwing on their first play. It's intercepted on the first play of the game. Deron Bland has it. And he's going to go. It's a pick six. So we start our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
Yeah, first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field, maybe even flip the field with field position. But to score points yourself, that's not something they honestly considered too much. That is until he started that return, baby. And they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Go, Rig! Go! Rig it! Set. Ready.
Here's a give up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Here we go! Ready.
Dropping back to throw. Completed over the middle. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. Working quickly here.
19, 19.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. Opening play, and Dak's going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kill, kill! Kill, kill! 40, here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, kill, kill! 26.
Trying again, following the sack. Fits it through the middle. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
First down, here's Dak. They left him wide open. It's complete. That play good for 17 and a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And they bring him to a stop, and this run gets him into the red zone down to the 15. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys pull out in front further, 13-zip. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Go.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Complete out to the right side. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Offense up to the line fast. Running for the marker on 2nd. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10.
Go.
From the red zone now. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So that brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Ready, ready. Ready, ready.
They'll throw on 2nd and 10. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Deron Bland has it. And the Cowboys get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there, heck, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. Put some points on the board for that defense with that effort. That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Our score, 14-0. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They're looking down a 3rd and 3. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Dak throwing again. It is Cup left side. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Another throw for Prescott. On the move, past the 40. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. From the gun is Prescott. Hits him on the out route. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Motioning one of the tight ends. They'll run here on 1st down. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They go play action here. That's incomplete left side.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Pass play now. That's caught for the first. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Play action on first down. Finds a seam down the middle. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. They strike for 23 yards. And the Commanders will have a first. Throwing from the gun here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Trayvon Diggs has got it. And the Cowboys take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Here we go, 46. Go, 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 get out there, get out there. 26.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Dak to the air here. That pass caught by Wangu. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 17. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Now Dak to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now it'll be 2nd and goal. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up 4th and goal. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. Gay's kick is good. And this one is center chains. Couldn't have hit that much better.
You look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but, man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he elects not to bring this one out, so no run back, and we'll pick things up from the 30-yard line. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half.
Let's go.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Second down now, 7 to go. Throwing from the gun. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that takes them to 3rd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot play.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
3rd down, you could see he may have been trying to simply do too much to help his side. It loosened his hold on the ball and gave that defense a chance to knock it free. Instead of facing 4th down, they're off the field completely.
Here comes the final play of our first half.
Yeah! 26.
One final shot before halftime. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Right, ready to send this one away. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your #1 objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Yankee Luvu there for the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Right there. We're going to 54. Wide in. Hey, kill. 26.
Now here's Prescott. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
26 and 47. 26.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. Wangu on the catch. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. That one goes for 25 yards. That's good for a Cowboys first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's first and 10. Thrown back, gets the handoff. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
46.
Here's Dak. Touchdown, Dallas. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys continue piling onto this lead.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They kick the running back in motion. Back to throw on first and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And they pick him off again. Marquise Bell making the play. And the Cowboys will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series. Not
the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers. I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
First and 10, Prescott. Finds him over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 27 on the play. And now they have a first and goal. Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
First and goal, you take a sack. I got nothing good to say about that. So let me flip it over on the other side where you got everything good to say. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to get them behind the sticks. You want to knock them backwards. And now you put a whole lot more pressure on that offense.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Cowboys parlay the interception into points. Wow, how about the timing on that call? They catch him off guard, and it's an easy score on that wide receiver run.
That's exactly right. They crossed up the defense there, busted some tendencies. What a great call, and what great vision as a ball carrier. You don't always see that from wide receivers. That is a job well done.
That one splits the uprights, and the Cowboys grow their lead yet again.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. He doesn't like what he sees, so a touchback. They're going to begin at the 30.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
19 Lions. Ready to move it.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
10 yards on the pickup. It's
Second and manageable. He's throwing. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Still inches to go on third down.
Here we go. Here we go. Hut, hut.
Throwing off the play fake here. He beams one deep right side. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up fourth down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on fourth.
Let's go now. Let's go.
They're going for this. And it is intercepted, but he couldn't stay in bounds. Ooh, offense catches a break there. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Yeah.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. He breaks the tackle, and he's able to take this one down to the 25. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Cowboys football, and they should be able to coast through the 4th with that kind of lead. He brings the offense up now for a first and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
Yeah!
To throw, Prescott. He brings it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Yeah!
Back to throw. Here's Dak. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys throwing 6 more on the blowout. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys tack on 7 more to their lead.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Buffalo 18! Sack! Hut!
They'll come out throwing. And they pick him off again. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he makes the house call. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Defense getting in on the fun, Brock, with that 4th quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick 6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense. And when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
Commanders nothing. Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Go! Get up!
Back to the air following the pick 6. He fires one deep down, and they pick him off again. A lot of grass ahead. And the Cowboys take over on his 5th interception of the season.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Here's 2nd and 5. Hits him on the out route. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here we go. 26.
Now a give running right. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Another carry for him. And he'll go down here at the 16. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. They're going for it. Here's Prescott. He finds him beyond the marker. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on 4th down and pick up the 1st.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Cowboys rolling here in a laugher. Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Wagyu can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal. Going ground game again here. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Cowboys are running them out of the building. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys continue adding on to that lead.
Commanders, nothing. Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returnable from the 2. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
At their own 20-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Hey, check that streak. Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. A bit of desperation on... Oh, no, they get him yet again. Trayvon Diggs has got it.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down.
26.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect a timeout coming any moment now.